Hi, this is Joseph. Today is Wednesday. It's December 4th, 2024. This is a quick review on my Trade Copier EA service. So if you use my Trade Copier EA, you're going to be copying all of my trades. That's the advantage of using my trade copier. So as I execute each one of these trades in my own MT4 account, the trade copier will automatically copy my trade and put it into your account even if you don't touch anything. You don't have to execute click the buy or sell button. You don't have to do anything. Once you connect the trade copier on your account, that trade copier will link to mine. I have a special code. It's a channel name that I give you after you subscribe, and it links your account to mine. And every time I place a trade, just like the one you see here on the chart and the other ones that I'm going to show you, you'll get the same trades. And it's lightning fast. You'll get the exact, pretty much the exact same fill. There's very rarely any slippage at all, even when I close out the trade. And I always use a stop loss, and you can set up and specify the lot size that you want the trade copier to execute. So regardless of what size I execute on my platform, the trade copier will do exactly what you want as far as lot sizing or leverage. So let's get started. This is a euro dollar. I only had one trade right here, and then you can see this is the news. At this point, I was looking at a couple of other currency pairs, and I'll show you just a moment what I was doing. So sometimes there might be one currency pair that looks like it's going to have a bigger move than another one. So I will perhaps focus in on that currency pair, knowing that I'm probably going to get a bigger move, a better move, earn more money on the trade, and then I only have to have like one or two trades open. So that's the advantage is that, I'm going to skip over one like this, like let's say the euro dollar, and the other pair that I traded was the dollar yen. So last couple of days, I don't think I've been trading the euro, I'm sorry, the dollar yen. I've been trading the crosses and the euro dollar and the pound dollar. And that goes through cycles. You've probably seen that if you've been trading long enough, you'll know that there are days when the yen and the yen crosses might move a little bit better than let's say the euro dollar or the pound dollar. So that's the way today was, and especially in the morning. So in the morning, I had a trade right here. It was a sell, and I earned 13 pips on this trade right here. It wasn't a big trade, but that's all I pretty much got. And then I saw the reversal. At that point, I stopped. I didn't want to get into the trade because it really wasn't doing anything other than maybe running into this area of resistance. I didn't know if it was going to turn around and go back up, and I didn't want to trade the news with it. So that's another question that I get from some of my subscribers or prospective subscribers is that they ask me if I'm going to be trading with the news because it can be pretty volatile and you can lose quite a bit of money if you don't know what you're doing. I do not. I don't trade the news and I don't jump into a trade the split second that the news is released. I wait at least 5 minutes. If I get a signal and it's a good setup afterwards, then I'll take the trade. But it has to be a good setup and a signal on a 5 minute bar after the news anyway. But you don't have to worry about me trying to jump in on the news because I don't do that. Like I did that back in 2004 and 2005, and it was fun for a while, but I don't do that anymore. I haven't done that for a very long time. So that was really the only trade I had here on the euro dollar. Let's go over here to the pound yen. So the pound yen was another trade. This one was just kind of bouncing around. You can see what I was looking at right here as it formed this support low. And then I get this breakout bar over here and it does a final test, but doesn't go any lower. And then it pulls back up. Now we're going sideways. We continue to go sideways. And then we have a breakout bar right here. This bar right here where I'm moving my cursor, that's what I call a clamp bar. It is a very specific signal. It's just the term that I use. It's just a breakout bar. It's nothing, spectacular or anything new that I invented. There's nothing new that you could create in trading. It's all been done. It's just what I personally call it. I just call it a clamp bar. I'm looking for breakout bars. And this particular bar, it's a 5 minute bar and it closes above all of the other bars over here to the left. That's why I draw a line right there just to highlight to make sure that that bar is closing above the others. Now, there's a few other things that I use to confirm that this thing is going to be a breakout and it's going to go as far as I think it's going to go, or it's going to be at least like a 2-for-1 trade because I can see where exactly my stop loss is going to be. So this one here, I was able to get in at 191.00. I took it up here after it started to bounce around and go sideways for about 4 or 5 candles, and I closed out at 31. So I made 31 pips on this trade. This is the pound yen. Now, the big trade, the trade that I had, that one that I was focusing on was this one. So this is why I was looking for more opportunities with this one, as you saw with the euro dollar, and we had that breakout with the news. Well, this one was pretty much the same thing. Now I got my signal and I got my entry. You can see it right up here. It's that head and shoulders pattern right here. This one was perfect. It broke the trend line, came back down and went back up and tested one more time, the extreme, and then dropped. And here was my signal. So you can see that one candle right there with the wick closing at the low. That's my sell signal. We've had multiple sell signals in here, but this is the second one after the test of the extreme. So I was able to get in here at 151.00. That was my entry. And that was before the news this morning during the New York session. Now, often I will close out my trades if I can get a decent profit before the news and I'm up 30, 40 pips or even 50 pips, I'll take it. Especially if the setup itself looks like it's probably going to reverse to go the other direction. That's not what this looked like. You can see right here with these bars, it's slowly, slowly, slowly breaking down again. It's not doing what the euro dollar was doing. So this is why I focused on this one. And I just held it. I tightened up my stop and I held it and it just kind of dropped right there. And then it kept going and it went for probably another 30, 34, 35 more minutes. And then once it ran into this support level right here, this area, you'll sort of notice that there's like a triangle pattern right here. And these are often magnets. So I'll go ahead and you can see it right there. So the low of that magnet area is where I was targeting. That was going to be my target. Now it doesn't mean that it's going to stop there. It certainly can go further, and sometimes I can hold on to the trades a little bit longer if I manage the trade. You know, the bars. I refer to it as managing the 5-minute trend. So sometimes I can hold on to it a little bit further. But this was such a big trade. This was a 70 pip trade by the time it hit that level right there, and I closed out the trade. So that was 70 pips on this trade alone. And you can see that it's not that it's a scary situation. It's just that it can be a very time-consuming trade, and it takes a lot of energy and a lot of effort to manage a trade this long through economic data and managing and watching all of the details that confirm that this one is going to continue to go lower, at least to my expected targets. I did have a target right there. If it was going to stall right there and not go any lower, then I probably would have closed out somewhere around this range. This was my target. This area right here is not the same pattern that you see right here. These are typically magnets that I use. I've been using them for a long time, and they are quite effective. They're very predictable. You don't always see them. Again, you can't see them right here. This is just a more or less a rectangular area of consolidation, and it's kind of like price acceptance for a little while in here. This is a little bit different, and it's very different than what I saw right here. And that's one of the reasons why I continue to hold on to the trade a little bit longer. It just didn't look the same. I estimated that this was probably going to be the level that it was going to go to at the very least. So again, 70 pips on this trade. So I had 3 trades on 3 different currency pairs, and the total profit today was 114 pips. Now, if you're using my Trade Copier EA and you have it installed on your MetaTrader 4 platform, you can copy all of my trades, just like the ones I showed you today and all the others that you see in my videos. These are safe. I've been trading for 24 years. I've been trading Forex. My very first trading account was a futures account. I was trading the S&P, the ES. So shortly after that, I found out about Forex, and I've never stopped trading either one of them since then. So I do this all the time. My trades are I'm going to say that they're safe in the sense that I know that there are other people that offer services that are similar to mine, and I've seen them over the years. And a lot of them won't use stop losses, or they take a lot of trades during the day. And you'll see that very often. I'm sometimes just trading once, maybe twice per currency pair. There are other currency pairs that I won't even bother with. I won't look at them because they just don't look like they're setting up the type of day where I could expect a bigger move like this. If you look at some of my videos, my past videos, sometimes I'll have 2 trades on one currency pair and I'll make over 100 pips just on that one currency pair alone. And then maybe I'll have 2 or 3 other trades on other currency pairs. So that's why I can make over 100 pips. I can't do it every day. Of course, I can't do it every day. And sometimes I will have a loss. But if I have a loss, I can earn back the loss on the next trade. And I am pretty selective with my trades. I don't just fire off a trade just because I see, something that looks, and I'm not guessing, I'm not predicting. I see the pattern. I see where we're likely to go. I see when it's a reversal. I see, when it's a breakout, and if it's likely to be, a measured move breakout, things like that. I'm not trying to guess. So they're very safe. My trades are relatively safe compared to, I would say, other people with not as much experience. But that doesn't mean that they aren't as good as me. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that I've been doing it for a long time and I repeat the same pattern. This is my trading system that I've honed over many, many years, and I just repeat the same thing. All of these trades go into my own personal MT4 account. So you can copy all of my trades right away. So if you go to my website, the link's in the description, and you can sign up within the hour. You can have the whole thing set up within the hour and connected to your MT4 platform. There's no minimum balance. So whatever the minimum requirement is to open up a trading account with your broker, that's all you need. So it could be $50, it could be $150, it could be $5,000. It doesn't matter. The trade copier, it doesn't matter. You can use it on any size trading account. You select the lot size or the leverage that you want to use, and that's what makes it really safe. Thanks for watching.